guys, it's Tuesday afternoon, and just want to do a little update video. We went and picked up our sassy cat's cremains on Friday, and we didn't take a camera with us because we knew we'd both be really upset doing that, and we weren't wrong, but we kind of wish we had taken a camera for what happened on the return trip, but we'll get there in a minute. I just wanted to show you guys this. We got this condolences card from Poles, which is really cool. I know a lot of vets do that, but Sassy was very, very special to us. She was very special to Tracy. It was Tracy's first cat animal pet that was actually her own. That was considered young. We had, yeah, okay, I guess.
She was my first cat.
Yeah, Cody and Grizzly was the dog. So
I always had leftover cats.
But we didn't know this was a thing when we had Shadow, Buffy, and Salem cremated. We didn't know you could get their paw print. Nobody ever mentioned it, but luckily somebody did this time for Sassy, so that's really cool.
Comes with a stand and everything.
Yeah, it'll stand up. Well, here's the stand. I just don't want to screw with it too much and break it because it's only plaster. But now we're going to have to get some kind of display case because we have Buffy, Shadow, Salem, and now Sassy Cat. So, yes, Mr. Oswald. So it was...
If it keeps up like this, I'm going to be able to build a wall in the house with those.
That's true. It's been rough, guys. I mean, not only did we lose those four, we lost Mr. Raven, Chloe, and Daisy that disappeared. So it's been a rough year. 7 animals in less than a year.
And my sister.
And yeah, and Tracy's sister.
It really started with my sister in September, and it's just...
Hi, Ozzy.
It hasn't stopped. Every time you get a couple months into it, you feel halfway decent.
Yep. So Tracy got herself a new Kindle today.
Prime Day.
She loves to read, so really cool.
Yeah, I used to have a Nook. Trust me to pick the Betamax of readers. The Nook was really nice. It was in color and it was really spiffy, but yeah,
It's no longer supported.
It's no longer supported. Barnes and they really dropped the ball with it. It really, excuse me, it really could have been something, but they just really dropped the ball on it and messed up. But this thing is about, I don't know, a quarter of the weight.
So we're doing this one from indoors because it's hot out. And the cats know it's hot out. There's Mr. Onyx up there. He is now our oldest cat at 13 plus a month or two, something like that.
Yeah, his birthday's June 17th.
So, but anyways, when we were coming home, Friday was a rainy, overcast day anyway, so it was really gloomy. That was the other reason we decided not to film. In fact, it was raining on the way home.
The sky was crying because of Sassy.
Yeah, but I took a different way home than I took getting there. So we took a dirt road and came the back way, and we came by that old church I showed you guys a few times. But as we were going there, we saw a mama deer and 2 fawns that still had spots, and we're like, oh, how sweet. Well, we don't have a camera, figures, and my phone doesn't really zoom very well, so didn't bother with that. So anyways, we turn and we're coming, and I would say about a mile and a half past the church going westbound on that paved road.
2 miles away from home.
Yeah, 2 miles from home, all of a sudden we had a suicidal deer run right into the left rear, driver's side rear of the Buick.
I don't even know where it came from. It just appeared there.
Yeah, we were next to a wide open field, so how this thing didn't see us, what was chasing it that made it run full speed into the back of the car. But I heard the thump and I looked in the mirror and I saw it go around the tire one time. It spun around with the tire once and then spit it out the back, and of course it ended up in the middle of the road, and she's freaking out crying, and it upset me. I used to be a hunter, but the stupid thing was still alive.
It basically ran into the wheel.
Yeah, so I stopped the car to look. I'm like, oh my God, what did this thing do to the car? I mean, good thing it wasn't the front, but got out of the Buick and looked, no damage, not a scratch, not a thing. So I called the sheriff's department because I wanted to get a tag to keep it. I know a lot of sheriff's departments do that, but some of you may not be aware. If you hit a deer, you have the option to keep it. So,
Not a turkey though.
right, yeah, can't do that with a turkey. What I've heard, but so I called the sheriff. She wanted to go home. She was crying and stuff, so I brought her home since we were so close, and called a few people I knew to see if they wanted the deer. In the meantime, it made its way off the road, which was really uh, traumatic to see.
Oh my God! Oh God! I'll never get that vision.
And I called my neighbor Chuck to come over to try to shoot it, dispatch it, if you want to call it that. And Chuck was in the shower. He called me back like 15 minutes later, and I ended up calling the sheriff back because I couldn't find anybody that wanted the deer. They wanted the deer, but they couldn't find anybody to process the deer. So I ended up going back after I dropped Tracy off, and I found the deer in the ditch, and it was in perfectly fine condition. It wasn't mangled. There was no blood. You know what I mean? It looked like it just crawled over there and died, and it's like, what a shame, what a waste.
Yeah, except for the broken leg.
Yeah, except for the broken back, leg, whatever, internal injuries, but what a shame to have that go to waste. What are you doing, Mr. Morris? Mr. Morris has discovered the walkway up there.
He's a good fellow.
Oh, if I block the light out, look at that. He's doing great, too, but I haven't talked about him. Trying to get Buddy to come back out, guys, to see us.
Oh.
He's doing fantastic. In fact, he's actually a bit thinner than he was when we brought him home 2 weeks ago, or whatever it's been now. Three
and a half.
We've been brushing him too, though. His fur's been it was gotten really thick from laying around so much. I'm assuming.
It was matted, and I don't think
somewhat.
he could quite groom himself right.
So, but every time we comb him, we get like this massive handful of fur. So, but he's looking better, getting a lot smoother, and he's definitely gotten a lot thinner. Let me go see if I can find him.
And a lot more lovable.
Yes, he's definitely a love bug now. There's Mr. Buddy. Hi, buddy. And guys, I know he's got to be happy that he's not stuck in a cage every day, all day long, with hardly any human contact. Hi, buddy. Yeah. But yeah, he'll get up on Tracy's lap. He's been sleeping on Tracy's chair. He's been coming up to me and standing up next to me and looking for attention. So he's doing fantastic. Aren't you, buddy? We also wanted to talk about what's going on at the shelter, unfortunately. This is a little bit on the sad side. After all the effort that Monica and her husband Mark have put into moving the shelter down there, in the middle of this move, she got the dogs down there in the cages, so the dogs are all set up in their new home. She was supposed to come and get the cats 2 weeks ago. She did not because it was too hot in the area she was going to put them. Last Friday, Tracy's been taking care of the cats every day on the way home from work, except for Wednesdays and Sundays. Correct me if I get any of this wrong. And then Friday, Tracy basically went and took care of the cats and said her emotional goodbyes, thinking it was the last time she was going to see the cats. And then on Sunday, Monica texted Tracy and asked her if she could continue to take care of the cats because of what happened with her husband's health, that she wasn't able to get the cats. Well, in the middle of this move, Mark's health, it was kind of like Alzheimer's thing, is the reason that they moved downstate to be closer to his family so they could help with his care and such. In the middle of all this move, he had an issue and ended up going to the emergency room, and they ended up keeping him for a few days, and they ended up having to put a pacemaker in, like, of all things. So it's like, oh my God, poor Mark. Last year he was healthy enough that he was out in the woods cutting firewood, splitting firewood to feed that massive outdoor wood burner, and this year he ends up with a pacemaker, which sucks. And I'll let you guys watch Mr. Morris while we do this, if I can get him. There we go. Mr. Morse loves that tree. But anyway, so now he's still in the hospital at the moment. No, he's out. Okay, but it's like, oh my God, and all this move and all this stuff. What if something happens to Mark and they did this for nothing, So we don't know, but the cats are still there now, so Tracy's...
That's all that's there. Goats are gone, the chickens are gone, the dogs are gone. It's actually eerie.
I can't even imagine what it'd be like to go there absolutely quiet like that, knowing nothing's gonna bark.
You can come with me tonight.
So I might do that. So that's what's going on with the shelter. We experimented with the raccoons and we put a melon out there.
Yeah, I bought a melon and I cut all the pieces out of it and I put the rind and the seeds and everything out there.
It's quite cute. We're hoping, really hoping the mama raccoon and the babies would find it and have a spat over it or whatever. But of course, the babies are coming late. Mama's coming way after midnight every night, and the other raccoons are coming early, just at dark or just after dark. But anyways, one of the raccoons got a hold of this melon. It's quite cute watching this thing eat this melon because he didn't discover it right away. It was kind of like a light bulb went on. He's like, "Oh, hey, what is this?" And then he had a ball with it. We were gonna get some video of the cats at the shelter tonight because they've been in the cage. I don't know. I don't think anybody's let them out in a couple
No,
weeks now.
no.
So Monica's asked us to let them out to run around tonight. So we're gonna do that, and we should not have any problem getting them back in their cages.
No, she said to do, put the water in and clean the boxes, and then after they run around for a little while, when you feed them, they should all go right back in.
Yeah. What are you doing there, Miss Willow? Our little under the bridge kitty.
Fudge.
She's actually doing so great too, guys. It's been how long since we found her now? Two years already since I found her under the bridge. It's crazy how fast time flies.
2 years.
But her color, she's actually turning a brindley color. Bizarre. She does not look anything like she did as a kitten.
No, she does not.
Oh, we got this to show you too. Tracy got a little thing to put. Hang on, let me get a light. Tracy got this adorable little thing to put Sassy's ashes in, so Sassy will always be with her.
And it's purple for me and blue for her eyes.
It's really pretty. Look at that sucker sparkles. That's pretty.
It's an Austrian, it's a Swarovski crystal.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It's my girl.
So, alright guys, enjoy the raccoon, and as always, thanks for your guys' support. We appreciate it.